Good morning. The final end of what was, for many, a disgusting waste of time and an unbelievably disgusting waste of resources. How are you all doing today? I just thought I'd make this impromptu stream. I didn't even put it on the Discord server. I might do that now, actually, just so as people know I am online. Tell me your experiences for that event, Dark Omens. How did your clan do? Did you participate? My God, it was intensive, for sure. I don't think I've ever come across anything as intensive as that on resources. Must have burned through the guts of 50 million or thereabouts gold. Probably a little bit more, actually, because I was, in fact, 100% more. Let me just try and work that out. 43, I'd say about 56 million in gold. And definitely around 12, maybe 14 million in sacred potions. That was an absolute mess. Anywho, it's over. You can sleep now. Yes. I'm just having a quick read of Discord server here. Anyway, anybody who's just joined, hello. This is an impromptu stream just off the back of Dark Omens ending. If you'd like to have a chat about it, please jump on. If you were just here for a normal chat, jump on anyway. Say hi. Let me know where you're from. What are we looking here? Did get past 5 stars. I know what this event was good for. Certainly was good for, and that was leveling up your captains. Let me just fix my mic here because it's a little bit. There we go. That's better. Yeah, it was certainly good for leveling up captains. Where do we finish? So I personally, and this actually was a real annoyance of mine. No, not this. So I personally finished in 29th. 29th place in my clan, but obviously I was only, what is it, about 1,000 points off top place. I don't know how he managed to get some extra points, but anyway, I should look at that the next time. It may have been down to one of the summons because I didn't miss out on any points in the personal rewards. And my annoyance actually at this, apart from everything else that cropped up from the start, the Restoration of Balance tournament is over. Here are the winners. So I clicked in knowing I was roughly in 70th position, which I ended up in 71st. But to my absolute shock and horror, they only gave prizes out for the top 50 players. What is the point in having a top 100 when the top prize goes to 50? Again, total battle. Please, guys, seriously, take your heads out of your asses and do a tournament properly once in your life. If you're going to have a top 50 prize, then have a top 50 in ranking so players know what they need to get into to get it. I never even checked it, but that's beside the point. If you're going to have a top 50 in something, that's like saying we're going to have a tournament for the top 64 players. But, oh, sorry, if you're between 32 and 64, you actually can't play. Oh, total battle really are. Anyway, we won't get into that now. If you are just joining the chat, please jump on, say hi, let us know how you got on in this savage event that was Dark Omens. As I was just saying, apart from that, I did benefit from some... did I let them go? So basically, at the start of this event, my Cleopatra was level 392, Amanator was level 361, and Hercules was 422. Now, my Herc is gone to 425, so he's up 3 levels. Amani is now blue on 401, finally. And Amanitor I've got up 20 odd levels, 378 from 361. So yeah, so 27 levels. So, sorry, 17 levels, not 27 levels. So it was definitely a good tournament to do that. But the only time really that you were gaining on that was when you were hitting monsters, summoned monsters that were on your patch, on your territory. And you were able to just revive however you wished, but you weren't losing any troops. And more importantly, you weren't losing any mercenaries. Speaking of mercenaries, I'll have to do a little search for a minute and find some mercs. But yeah, apart from that, a lot of people hate this event. I can see why, because the resource use on this, where we finished actually, before I say, we finished in 2nd position. We ran a close 2nd. We missed out on 1st by 8 million points. The Gun Clan that were ahead at one point, and we thought they had it down and worked out exactly how to do it. They actually ended up finishing in 4th position, and BWU came in 3rd, about 9 million behind us. So congrats to BLK, Balkan Sword, on K81. Well done, guys. You ran a good event, and you obviously guessed things a little bit better than the rest of us did. So we did receive some chests, obviously, in Clan. The Seal of Suppression is an interesting one to be able to reduce the level of your summons for Rise of Ancients event. Don't know if anybody noticed that. We did get some proof of glory, so this will help us in future Dark Omens tournaments if we ever play in them again. I've no doubt we will, but hopefully this event will only be every couple of months, because I don't think anybody would be able to keep up with it if it was a shorter period of time than that. We got some DCs, we got some chronoglyph, which is a pity that we didn't get the Shadow Flame fragments. And we got some red books. During the event itself, let me just see, actually, is that music just playing the same thing over and over again? And go to the next one. And go to the next one. Why is it the same one all the time? Anyway. Yeah, I did get both of the artifacts. The Ghost Flame, not Shadow Flame, Lantern. So I have it about 2.5 stars at the minute. Strength of entire army against epic monsters is 165%. I did manage to... I did change the bonuses once at the start of the event. I think I had 12 fragments, and I just decided to try and change it because I had a lousy 20% strength of your army against epics. Strength and health, I think it was. But the health is useless really in that case against an epic squad. So I decided to take a chance on it, and I changed that bonus. And lucky for me, I received a strength of your entire army against epic monsters of 100%. And then obviously hitting the 2nd star, I got a 40%. I could try and change that, but I don't know. I might just save it until the next time. I wait until I have more frags. So that will obviously be beneficial when it comes to me attacking epic monsters now, and I have it leveled up as far as I can up until the point that I get it to 3 stars. And then secondly, I did obviously get the other artifact that was in there, which is for food production and training, troop training speed. Now the troop training speed isn't really a factor when you're in a large clan and you're a higher level. It doesn't really matter because we have thousands upon thousands of speed ups. But that's definitely something that lower level players can benefit from, troop training speed. And the food production speed obviously is massive for me. It has brought me up by about 1.5 million or thereabouts, 1.5 million. So I can now train nearly 15 troops. In other words, if I'm fighting ancients, for example, I used to be able to train 11 or 12 at a time, depending on what artifact I had on Hercules. But now I can train pretty much about 15 for 15 attacks back to back without having to retrain troops, so that has been helpful too. And obviously I will level that up. Now we will probably get some fragments from this because we did receive some in the clan prizes. So yeah, that will be interesting to see what we get. So all in all, it was worthwhile as regards leveling up my Captain Cleopatra. How did you guys do? You're all very quiet there. Not too many on the stream at the minute. Let me just have a look and see what was posted on Discord server last night. I'm just reading a few comments on the Discord server. That's it. Nothing important missed there. So yeah, Sunday morning. How are you all today? The weekend is nearly at an end for some, and only starting for others. Today, if anybody jumps on and wants to get involved in the chat, we can have a little discussion about the event. How did you do? Will you play in it again? Or did you think it was just a total and utter waste of resources? Let's just go and have a look and see if we can find some mercs, eh? If you jump on, guys, say hi so as I know you're there and we can have a chat. For now, I'm just going to scroll the map and see if I can find myself some mercenaries. Just playing the same thing over and over again. Let me just make a wee adjustment here. I want a bit of... There we go. Okay, let me know the chat's working, guys. If you're just jumping on here, please say hello. Because I don't have any comments yet, but I have had a couple of viewers, so I just want to make sure the chat is working. I know somebody on Discord mentioned the fact that if you are new to YouTube or something, you can't comment. I didn't realize that was a factor. I've tried that on some other channels, and I've managed to be able to comment first time. So I don't know if that's the case, but please let me know in the don't let me know in the comments. Reach out to me in the game if you can't comment, or in fact leave a message on the Discord server if you aren't already there. Let me know your experiences for Dark Omens, guys. That's what this event, that's what this stream is for. If you have any comments about it, hate it or love it, let me know in the comments. And maybe we can use a little bit of it for feedback for Total Battle. Not that they listen to us. Not that they listen to anybody. It's all about the bottom line. Okay, so we do have 4 likes, but I don't get why nobody is able to chat. If you are on Discord and you can't chat, please let me know. I know Ali is there because I got a heart on the Discord channel, so that's good. Hello, Angela. Happy streaming. Thank you, my dear. I hope you're well today. How did you get on? Did you play? How did your clan get on? Let's hear your feedback, guys. Let me know what you thought of that event. Did you figure it out? Did you realize what you were supposed to do? I think I have a fair idea of it now at this stage, and certainly my clan does. There are things we would do better and differently next time, and I'm sure that the leadership will make decisions on that. And moreover, it will be interesting to see when the next event is due. Will it be on? Ali, good morning to you. Hope you are keeping well on this Sunday morning. It's not a stream I wouldn't normally do on a Sunday morning first thing, but because the event just ended, I thought, sure, I'll drop in and see if anybody's about and would like to chat and share their experiences, likes, or disgust about the event that was Dark Omens. I'm just searching for mercenary exchanges at the moment. The rain has stopped in Ireland for the time being. Thankfully, we've had enough of it now in the last couple of days. I think it's giving a semi-dry week. It's good because I have a lot of stuff to do outside. Now that I have my life back, well, after we get through Tin Man today. And then, of course, it would be a case of getting involved in Clash for the Throne and ranking in the top 100, as is a requirement for our clan. Doing well. Start of my days off. Excellent. So it's a pity it didn't fall a few days ago, I guess. Then you would have spent more time on this, drinking a coffee and trying to come to terms as how skint I am after this event. The chests in no way recompensed the amount spent. No, 100%. And we just opened the chests from our finishing in second place, and I had pretty much just opened previous chests, clan chests from crypts. I think we got about 1.2 million in gold and a few 100,000 in silver. But yes, it was pretty poor for a 3-day event. God, you get more than that in one ancient. if he is a high level. So yeah, it was pathetic. I think the developers, if they expect that event to run again, are going to have to make a lot better rewards for sure. But I've no doubt that many of the big clans will be on at them and telling them what they thought of it, and they will probably only listen to the players that spent money on it by way of purchasing mercenaries. What I did like about the event, whatever about the revival costs, was the fact that you were able to attack the monsters in your territory and not lose any mercs. So that was a plus, because obviously you could, I think it was, look, they didn't really tell people, they need to let people know all of the working parts of events like this. If they had have come out at the beginning and said that you will not lose any mercs while you're attacking summoned monsters, I think people would have bought merc packs, because you could have set it that when you attacked the Arachnomancer squad that you removed all your mercs from your attacks, and you could have just used them for attacks around your clan territory. So yeah, it was good in that regard, but other than that, I think a lot of people did benefit from leveling up captains in the game. I know a couple of the guys in our clan used Stror in the 3 captain attacks. I think some of them have him up in blue levels now at this stage, because they do use him a lot, obviously, when collecting silver when they find it in other players' cities, etc. But yeah, all in all, I'm half for and half against that event. There's no way you could do that every week. I'd say possibly every month. But again, you would have to know that the event is coming, and you would want to stockpile as much gold as possible. So yeah, I know a lot of players where my other clan was, they really didn't take part in it much. I don't know whether they understood fully I'll have to run again to get the fragments for each artifact. They will. There's no way those artifacts fragments will come up at any other stage. It will be like Torch of Olympus or like the Trials of Olympus event. I have no doubt they wouldn't start an event like that and let those frags come up in other parts of the game, or it would prevent players from playing that game. So yeah, for sure. What I will do this week, I'll probably do it live on a stream actually, and you'll be able to benefit from it because you're on your holidays or on your days off. I might do a stream tomorrow or Tuesday, and let's do a comparison of all of the artifacts now for attacking epics. What are we going into? When is Ragna actually? Is Ragna coming soon? We've got Shadow Invasion starting. That's 2 days. And we've got Doomsday in 2 days. Doomsday doesn't last too long. Ragna's in 2 weeks. Dradar, thanks for joining this morning. Okay, so I might just do it on maybe Arachne. No, I have to do it in a one stacker on a one captain. So I'll either do it during Doomsday, or I could do it during Shadow Invasion and just use Herc and do a comparison of all artifacts now that give you bonuses, be it strength bonuses, double damage bonuses, epic bonuses. And let's just try and drill down and see now which artifact is better. I'm sure the debate will go on, obviously, depending on how long it takes you to level up the good ones, i.e. the new one that we just gained, the Ghost Flame Lantern. I was going to say something else there, and now it has just slipped my mind. That's because I'm not multitasking too well this morning. Guys, if you've just joined the stream, 12 of you viewing currently, please say hello. Love to hear your thoughts on that event that just ended this morning, Dark Omens. Are you broke? Have you no sacred potions left? Have you no gold left? Have you no silver left? Or did you keep enough back for the remainder of the ancients that are due to be summoned in your clans today and tomorrow? Anu, good morning. Ali, but Epic Artifact is pretty good. Already noticed marked improvement on Herc attacks. Good stuff. Good to hear. I'm guessing they'll have to run again to get fragments. Yes, that would be the case. Anu, yeah. I'm used to being broke, but not no more. I have the rewards chests of Omen tournament. Yeah, they were so good, weren't they? And good morning to you, sir. Yes, I've just more or less had a whinge about that now this morning. It was extremely intensive. I think I pretty much have burned about 60 million in gold and about 20 or thereabouts million in, no, not quite, probably about 13 million in sacred potions. So extremely intensive, but hey, it was nice to have that backup there to be able to revive troops a lot just using gold. What I was really annoyed about, I said it earlier on in the video, but now there's a few more of you here. I was really pissed at the fact that this Restoration of Balance event, which I tried to, George, good morning, which I tried to rank in, thinking I was doing okay at 70, but I never checked to see that the stupid idiots that are developers of Total Battle only ranked to the top 50. If you're only going to rank the event to the top 50, what the hell is the point in having 100 players ranked? Who cares if we're in 71st or 100th position? We got zilch, zero, nada. That was a joke. So, yeah, again, Total Battle, tip my cap to you. Pure crap. Thank you. George, thanks for joining the stream. Hello, very expensive event. Yes, it surely was. Very expensive and very frustrating event for a lot of people. Luckily for lower guardsmen, the amount of attacks needed on Epic was more tolerable. Still way too expensive. G9 got absolutely screwed. G8 as well to a bit lesser extent. Yeah, definitely did. I don't know how you guys felt about that restoration event, though. I think it was extremely poor of Total Battle to not have it a 100 rank event. If you were going to put 100 players on the board, make it very obvious to people that they are not going to rank if they go past 50. So just have the top 50 players on the board. I know I hit the Arachnomancer squad regularly to try and stay within the realms of that. Nothing to do with my clan. If that was the case, I could have just gone on and used the summons, gotten my my event totals rewards to make sure my clan, I kept up with my clan requirements, but I wouldn't have wasted all the gold I did on the Arachnomancer squad to try and rank in the restoration event to then find out that I didn't get anything out of that. That really is crap. But we know what Total Battle are like now. They're just greedy gits. They love to just steal money from people and give them nothing back in return. To be honest, I really feel that they just do it purposely at this stage. They think about it. They don't think about it at all. In fact, I have no doubt this is just a pure greed pull. They started this event, gave really crap rewards. It was only when there was some kickback on the first day that they decided to increase things slightly. They didn't increase them half enough. And with the fallout now, if they see that a lot of people aren't going to play this event again, they know they're not going to gain anything from it. So they're going to up the rewards and change lots of things for the next one. But they've already made lots on us for this one, so they can afford. But again, like I say, guys, these are digital products. They are not taking money out of their back pockets to give to us. We are not robbing them on the streets. They could give something better to the players, especially an event that was going to be so intensive on resources as it was for the last couple of days. So yes, if you have joined, please share your thoughts. It's not all about my thoughts. I will share my disgust at how Total Battle run events, but I would love to hear you guys' thoughts on it, because ultimately, if Total Battle listen or watch streams like this, they can get feedback from players, real people, We waste money and waste time on events that are poorly run and poorly created. Just looking for a few mercenaries here in case you're wondering why I'm flicking around the screen. What kingdom are we in now? Let's try a little bit lower. Yes, please hit that heart button, hit the chat, and give us a like, and please, if you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe to the channel Total Battle Complete Guide. The more the merrier. Unless you hate what I'm doing here, in which case, what are you doing watching my live stream? Go away and watch somebody else's. I could just go into my chat and see. I'm sure we're posting exchanges here every so often. And there's one there. Let's go and do a little bit of exchanges. What do we want? Let's get some of the larger mercs. Some quicksands. The clan versus clan battle was way off too. In the end, what mattered most was how many personal goals the players in the clan hit. Rest is for show. Yeah, I would agree on that, alright, because the prizes weren't great between the two, were they? Here are the mightiest clans. I can't remember now. Oh yeah, there's the rewards for first. Well, yeah, I would agree with that, definitely, Drader, because the gifts that we got in comparison to what it's like on Trials of Olympus even, or Rise of Ancients, obviously that's not a clan event, but the gifts we got were really crap. 4,250, so they basically got double what we got, so they got about 2.4 million in gold per player. Yeah, it certainly wasn't much. And those the rest of the tournament gifts there that you get, yeah, it really wasn't worth it for such an intensive event over 3 days. I'd 100% agree with you there. One of the game mechanics I did like was getting chests for each attack on an epic rather than the final hit taking all chests, but I think the rewards need to improve per chest, definitely. Yeah, it was nice to get a chest for the clan each time. That was good, a little bit like crypting, etc, etc. Let me just go back to this and get a few more mercs. So yeah, that was beneficial. But yes, as you say, the gifts. Look, the gifts will never be enough. We know what Total Battle are like this time at this stage. You know, it's all about them and it's all about making money. It's all about the bottom line. And they want to make as much as they can from players and give them as little. 5 gold in a chest is pretty insulting. It is, definitely. Yeah. Had to double check I didn't miss a 0. Yeah, I know, yeah. No, it was. The rewards for the chests were pretty poor. And if you compare that to a level 35 crypt, epic 35 crypt, you get way more from that compared to what you get from the game. And the saga will go on about guys who didn't summon during the event. I know we had a lot of players who started to summon at the end, which was pointless because the damage had been done at that stage. We'd lost a lot of space. I think what worked well for one of the clans in our group was they played late into the night when a lot of us were sleeping, and that's how they managed to scrape ahead. F shit F. Damn middle of the game day events. I completely forgot it ends so soon. So there's somebody who didn't even manage their monsters. Oh well. I'm sure that happened in many clans. Guys, if you jumped on the stream here, please leave a comment, hit the heart. And if you can't leave a comment and you're on the Discord server, please leave me a message in there to let me know. I can look into it. I know one of the players on there sent me a message saying that as a new member on YouTube that he wasn't able to comment. I didn't think that was the case because I've been able to comment on as a new member, subscribed member or unsubscribed member on another channel, other channels on YouTube. So I just want to find that if that is the case, and if anybody else is having problems leaving comments, or are you just a quiet bunch, you're just here to watch? In which case, what clan are you from? Love to know where you're from and what you thought of that event. How are you all today on this Sunday? Nice to be able to get back to normal, but we still have Rise of Ancients. I think we've got 3 epics still to summon. No, we've got 2 left. And we are at level 167. We went with full bonus and 49 minutes on the clock. Why did I not speed up? As I said earlier on, a little earlier on, I'm going to do a comparison of the different artifacts in the game, possibly tomorrow or Tuesday morning at latest. It will either be tomorrow morning or Tuesday morning. Probably run it at about 10:30 a.m. For an hour and a half or whatever it takes. I'll do a comparison using one captain, and we'll try all of the different artifacts in the game, i.e. we will try this new Ghost Flame Lantern. We will try the Forest Crown. We will try the Heart of the Forest. We will try Ifrit Lord's Belt. And we will try Zeus Lightning. And we will see which one gives the best attack strength against epic squads using the same armor. And hitting obviously 4 stacks always, so as we get the same comparison, same amount of troops. I'll probably only use silver troops for the test, and it will be interesting to see. Is your clan likely to use the reduction debuff on Tin Man? Guessing only of benefit to those looking at moving clan to reduce Tin Man. Yeah, we definitely will, and that's too late to get that one. Yeah, we definitely will at some point. I don't know. They may save it until we get to the stage. It will basically, as you say, it'll just help before having to move territory again or take over another clan's epic. So, yeah, I wonder, does it jump? No, it probably doesn't. Yeah, it's an interesting one. I don't know. I don't know where players will use it, where clans will use it, at what point. I'm sure our leaders, superiors, will let us know in due course, or they may not. They may just use it sometime, and then after the epics have all been spawned, they'll say we used the debuff, the reduction debuff on the Tin Man during that event to keep it at the same level. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what clans do during that event, because I'm sure there's lots of smaller clans against other players that got first place, and they have 14. I think it's 14. Did anybody else who's on here who knows, let me know how many of the debuff, Tin Man debuff level that you received from the Dark Omens event. Eight levels, okay. Yeah, 14 was the top in our clan. Actually, I probably should save that event. 14 was the top here. We got 7 for coming second. 14 it was for first. make it to this before it disappears? Probably not. Definitely not. Gone. Yes, if you've just joined the stream today, welcome and good morning on this sunny Sunday morning in Ireland. I don't know what it's like in your part of the world. Big storm passed and we're getting back to normal, which reminds me I must go and do some crypting now shortly. I just want to get the rest of the chests. So yeah, if you're just joining the stream, let me know how you got on in the Dark Omens. How did your clan get on in the Dark Omens event? What did you think of the event? And did you get your artifacts, your new artifacts, and how are you finding them working for you? This will be my card filled, which is good and done. Yes guys, good morning, welcome to the stream. Please hit that heart button and please put a comment in the chat there and let me know how you are today. How did you get on in the new event? It ended a short while ago, 56 minutes ago to be precise. And did you find it a worthwhile event or did you find it a complete and utter pain in the ass? Please let me know in the comments. I'm going to switch now and do a little bit of crypting and keep my end up on the clan. I don't know what time we have our summons today, but I'll check that a little bit later. I know there's nothing this morning. And have I got any keys actually? Oh well, I think I used them all up the other day. Yeah, we've only got one, so we're not going to do any of that. So let's just do a little bit of crypting. Get involved in the chat, please, guys. Or as I say, if you're on our Discord server and you can't speak, please drop me a private message on there to let me know. And 35s. Just doing a little bit of crypting here to keep the chests coming into the clan. What have we left? Clash for the Throne is active currently as well. We don't take part in this until the second day, after we have used all of our silver from the Rise of Ancients event. I assume you do similar in your clan, or do you start off on the first day? Let's just hit 35s. Although I was saying the other day that the gifts or the rewards or the why did I not? I did. Yes, so the fragments, the pieces that you get from crypts seem to be worse now than they ever were in the game. Again, That's what I feel anyway, like going to a level 35 crypt there and not getting very good fragments, pieces from it, whatever we call them, I can't remember right now. I just feel that everything in the game has been squeezed to what is available for you to freely do and use compared to what it used to be years ago. It's like Total Battle are just squeezing players over and over again, and sneakily in the background doing these things. I don't know if you all feel the same thing or if you've noticed similar happen, but for sure this is nowhere near what you used to be able to get when you ran a level 35 epic crypt going back maybe 6 months to a year ago even. It's as if they just are, as I say, this is just my opinion of it, but for me it's just become a greed thing for them. I daily wonder why I still play the game, and I'm sure most of you will be the same when you see such poor rewards from an event like Dark Omens. It would be better if they went the other way and gave too many rewards and then cut back on it when they saw that players maybe were getting more than they should have done. But as is Total Battle, they love to keep it as tight as possible and give away as little as possible. As I say, these are digital products, guys. Digital products. This is not taking money out of anybody's pocket. So they could be much fairer and treat players with more respect than they are doing and have done in the past. To be honest, Total Battle is seeming to me to be more and more like a Ponzi scheme. And those at the top of the tree, being the developers, pockets get fatter. And the players who are at the bottom of the tree, pockets get emptier. But that's just my thoughts. If you don't share my views, hell, if you're from Total Battle and you're here watching my stream, please get into the chat. Let me know what do you think of me knocking your game. Apart from that, how are you all doing this morning? Lost 2 viewers there. Good. Total Battle viewers have just left the channel. Let me know how you are doing on this wonderful, wonderful Sunday morning. We have our lives back again for a few days, guys. Apart from Ancients, Dark Omens event has ended. Many players are very, very upset and annoyed and angry at how they've been treated during this event. The prizes, the rewards from what you were doing and had to do in the event in no way matches what it should have done. I think everybody would agree with me as regards that. Yes, Steve, thank you for joining the chat, Stephen. And I 100% agree with you too. They are becoming cash cows. Are becoming, hell, have become. This has been going on for some time now. Everything in the game gets more expensive, and nothing improves. And after their faux pas of the first day, as I mentioned on my day 2 video, I think they should have given all players a Merc pack. This idea of giving somebody 25,000 in gold, which goes so fast. Hell, it wouldn't even last a 100 million might player being able to revive. So give us something that we actually get something out of. It really is getting sickening, and I honestly am at the stage of going down the line of just being a rebel in the game. I think everybody should. It's at times when you see such little respect towards people. I mean, we are people at the end of the day. We spend money on a game for whatever reason, people get enjoyment out of it and they just want to be the best. They want to be the top dog. They want to be the highest might level they can be. And that's why they spend their hard earned. And until they stop doing that, Total Battle will continue to treat players with contempt and make really, really poor choices as regards giving us rewards from events like the new one that they just ran. And unless things improve, I know for a fact people are going to pull out or certainly not play certain events. That being one of them. If you look at Facebook even, I know looking at some of the Facebook messages on the Facebook groups that are about Total Battle, but not the personal ones. There are a lot of people saying they will never play that event again. And even some of the larger players are saying it too. We've guys in our clan that are a billion might plus, and they've said already that they're not going to play this event when it comes around again and they're in the clan. I don't know, they may have to move clan during the event, so as we get players in who will or want to play in it, I presume there will be a lot of clans around that will probably have to go through that discussion with their current players and ask who is going to play the event next time. And if they don't want to or they aren't going to, they will probably drop down to a sister clan during the event, and players that may want to play it will join the clan for that period of time. If the devs gave us fairer prizes, I'd be inclined to probably spend a little bit more. 100%, Ali. Yeah, 100%. I'd love to hear thoughts of players in much lower clans, smaller clans and lower level clans. Did you guys participate in the event? Anybody who hasn't said anything yet, if you are here and you were in a lower level clan, please guys, let me know in the comments what you thought of the event. Did it suck? Did you get what you wanted out of it? Will you ever play it again? Does this even make you doubt even playing Total Battle again because of the way that we've been treated during the event by the developers? As has been mentioned by some other players here, it is definitely a greed pull. Welcome to the stream, guys. Please hit that heart and leave a comment. And if you haven't done so already, please join my Discord server that is Total Battle, all things related. I shall leave a link up in case the one that is on the stream page isn't working. Okay, that's our Discord server, if you would like to jump on there. In a 3 billion wealth clan, 30 billion might, we had I think 80% participation and came first, but due to low gold on RSS we only managed 2 summons, one last night and one later today, which isn't enough sadly. No, that is correct. Yeah, you're in, remind me where you are you in, you're still in 113, mate, are you? I did drop in there a couple of times, but there was no way. That was so intensive. Whatever about playing in... Oh yeah, that's right. Yes. Princess was telling me you had moved into her kingdom. Yeah, look, I'm sure there's many other... got me a move to Warsong. Very good. Chris, thanks for joining the chat. These devs are losing the plot. Sad they are just out to fleece our wallets now. Shame. Oh, 100%. I don't think there's one player in the game that would disagree with you this morning after that event. Even the players, clans that may have come first, in the event. I'm sure when they opened the prizes and saw what minuscule amounts they got, I'm sure they are seriously considering not playing this event next time. I mean, look, developers obviously have put a lot of time into this event. You can clearly see they put a lot of time into it for the glitzy, glamorous YouTube videos they created, and all the graphics, etc., to make it look absolutely fabulous. And on the face of it, it was a pretty good idea of an event, but there is no way on this planet that the rewards were worth the effort that was put in by clans and players individually alone. Not in a million years. I expect they'll readjust a lot of the numbers for future Omen events. Whether it's enough to pull people back in or not is questionable. Yeah, definitely. And the thing is, they will have to make a massive drive to be able to tell people that the event has changed and how much extra rewards, because I think people at this stage are just getting the wool pulled over their eyes all the time by Total Battle. They're never upfront and forthcoming with information as to what the prizes may be. They need to be more so. There's no point saying you will get lots of gifts and lots of prizes, because players already have got stung on this event, and unless they are very specific in saying what your clan will get if it competes and wins, if it comes second, if it comes third, if they were clear to people beforehand, people wouldn't play if the rewards were crap. It's as simple as that. Alper, good morning. Thanks for joining the chat, my friend. Chests were very, very poor. Yes, they were indeed. They were absolutely disgraceful on the grand scheme of things, considering what players spent during the event. But we're kind of used to that. We're used to getting downtrodden by Total Battle. We're used to the pittance that we get if they make a mistake in the game and they come in and give us some silly buffs and 25,000 gold. Wow. Try 25 million gold, Total Battle. You might be getting a little bit closer to what might be fair. As I will say and have said on numerous occasions, these are digital gifts, guys, that they are giving us. They are not taking money out of their pockets. It's a digital gift. It's costing them nothing to give the players something. Stop giving us useless gold. Give us merc packs. Give everybody a merc pack. That might make them feel a little bit better. Spent 20 billion silver, 60 million potions and 25 million gold. Got back from second place 25 million silver and 200k gold in prizes. Yeah, absolutely. It's brutal. If you compare that, let's say, to Rise of Ancients, for a large clan, which you obviously are in, to have spent that amount and had that amount to spend, Rise of Ancients event, once you hit your clan requirements, you obviously would get a hell of a lot more than that if there was 6 summons, for example, and you may only have to hit 3 of the Tin Men to get the clan requirement points that you require. You may not have to hit every single one, so the ones that you don't hit, you're still getting the gifts from as our other clan mates, and it far exceeds anything like that. And the Rise of Ancients event, as we know, is a 1-day event. So for a 3-day event, given what we spent on it, 100% could not agree with you more. We likewise, we were in second place as well. I didn't actually even work it out. I just saw the prizes and didn't think much of them. But yes, how do we as players, and I did mention this before on a video that I put out, and I got a lot of people kind of in disagreement with it, which I was absolutely amazed at. Players saying that that you'll never change the game. There needs to be joined up thinking. Like, if you look at GTO are trying to change the game by destroying the game, basically. It's obviously not working, but I'd love to know where they finished in their clan on K60, I think it is, as they are now. Did they get hammered by whatever groups or clans they were pitted against? I'm sure they did, because their buildings were probably burning for most of the event as well, which would have been a problem for giving them their boosts, their clan bonuses. But yes, all in all, it was a very poor event. Poor rewards. I won't say it was a poor event. There were aspects of it that I did enjoy. I don't know about the rest of you. We had a nap with one clan. We decided that just after the first day. And in hindsight, we probably will not have a nap with any future clans in the event. It got to the last day, and that clan that we had a nap with were, and finished in fact, in first place. And they were summoning a lot of monsters on our territory during the last 6 hours of the event. So the nap, whilst it was in place, actually went in their favor, because they caught us on the hop in that regard. So there will be no naps for us next event. Naps do not work in that event. They work in the one day of Trials of Olympus, which is the lava fountain event. And we do generally have a nap with both other clans where possible during that event, because then everybody can just safely mine their lava and run that, because what's the point in stealing lava? You may as well just get the points you want and then continue on like that. So the nap during that one day of Trials of Olympus is worthwhile, but a nap during this event, in my eyes, is pretty pointless. Again, unless you did it on one of the days just so as you could gain points. But because you're fighting against other clans and trying to spawn monsters, and you need to spawn monsters to get your points, I don't think a nap works in this particular event. But hey, we'll know for next time. Good morning to those who've just entered the stream. Please hit the like button, hit the heart button there. Let me know you're enjoying the stream, and let me know where you're from. If you can jump in the chat, be glad to hear from you. Let me know what your thoughts were on the ending of the recent event, Dark Omens. How did you do personally? How did your clan do in the event? Did you enjoy it? Will you do it again? Did you hate it? Did you not even complete it? Let me know, guys. Get involved in the chat, please. I'm just running a few crypts here at the minute to keep my clan in chests and keep my clan requirements up. Where am I on the leaderboard anyway? I'm in 15th position at the minute on the chest counter. I'd like to be in the top 10. That's about 1 million rare tar or epic tar I've just spent. And I will be able to, I completed my Merc exchange last night, completed this morning's one, and I will be able to get, I should be able to get my last one in. Chess very poor, yes. First day was kind of exciting with everything being new, but it got old pretty fast, and then you wake up to find you have to do the same thing for 2 more days. Yep. That definitely was a massive factor in fatigue, player fatigue, during this event. It probably was too much. Maybe they might change it and run it over 2 days. That might work, and have it similar to most of the other epic events, have it similar to Clash for the Throne or something like that. A day, I think, is not enough. It probably does need the 2 days for you to be able to compete at a level against other clans. But again, the prizes will need to improve vastly for players that have decided midway in the event to stop playing, or the ones who even decided not to play it at all, and they were probably right. As I say, the artifacts were the only good things that came out of it. And as I said as well, I will run tests on those artifacts all together on either tomorrow morning or Tuesday morning. I will let you guys know in the Discord server. Did you find moving from old clan to hype a big jump in clan expectations? It's massive, Ali. Yeah, there is massive difference. Our clan requirements here for Rise of Ancients currently are about 160 million points. Everybody here is T9. There are no players who aren't or don't have G9, S9, and M9. Some may not have E9, but they all have the most of the T9. Most of them are T9, so everything on tier 9. And yes, chest targets are pretty high in all events, but moreoverly, the big thing is epics. So in hype and in most other large clans, you don't have an opportunity or a chance to not hit epics. You're expected to get a certain amount of points each epic tournament. If you don't get that, then you're going to be out and you're going to be into the sister clan. It's as simple as that. So once you hit T9, for any of the major clans, I'll go through them all: GOD, BAD, FOC, Midgard, AGW, any of the large elite clans, and apologies if I missed anybody, you will be expected to get certain targets and certain points on every single epic, never mind just Ancients. But your rewards and the clan rewards for same help you along that way. So it nearly does sustain itself when you get to that level. If you're playing daily and you are keeping up with your clan requirements, the clan themselves, you included, will do what is required for everybody in the clan. And you will always have plenty of silver on hand. Silver, you will be awash with silver once you hit T9 and you enter a large clan. I mean, we're 17 billion wealth and we're 110 million might at the minute. So when you're in a clan that size, believe you me, you will be able to sustain yourself, but it nearly becomes a job at that stage because you have to be there for every single event. There's no hiding in the corner or in the shadows. Leon, good morning. Thank you for joining the stream. Yeah, I'm broke yet again, but my clan did come second. Good job. So we've got 3 seconds so far, or 4. I think 4 people that are on the stream this morning were in second place. I've yet to hear from a clan that came in first, and I would love to do so. If you are on the chat, please get in touch and let us know what wonderful rewards you got for finishing in first place in this nasty, extremely fatiguing event that was Dark Omens. Oh, you came first, sorry. So you did. And you did tell me what you got, didn't you? You come into there. You did tell me what they got. Well, it wasn't great, was it? Yeah, I think the best part about it was getting the new artifacts. We've won quite easily too, but it felt like other clans didn't put in 100%, especially after day one. Yeah, I think that was the feeling on a lot of players. I know the Gun clan that were in our league did very well on day one, and halfway through day two were leading, but they finished way behind on day 3 in 4th place. So I think they pretty much hit the wall of fatigue as well. George Mushati, good morning. Thank you for messaging in the stream. My clan hit the first place. Well done. Congratulations. What did you think of the rewards? They weren't so good, right? 8 level debuff, red books, 2.25 fragments, and 1,000 chests. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how they dish out the fragments. Will it be an even split, would you say? Or will they give it to the players, obviously, that did more work? You think you said 80% of your clan, Ali, took part in the event fully? DC, but can't remember amount. Maybe it was 2.25 million. Yeah, the DC weren't great. The dragon coins in general weren't great at the start of the event. I think it did improve a tiny bit, but again, compared to ancients, the dragon coins were poor in the event. Let me just see where I got up to on dragon coins. Yeah, I must have got some because I'm up at 9 million at the minute. I think I had 6 million this morning. Now I know I'm getting DCs as well from some of the crypts and crypt gifts that I am receiving from clans or from clanmates doing crypting this morning. I don't even know what I'm looking for at this stage. May as well just keep hitting these. I'm hoping it's even. It's even, as I feel would be fair given the spread of G7, G6, 7, 8, and 9. Obviously, the 80% took part will receive. Yeah, that's probably fair, to be honest. Because it costs the same amount of fragments for each player to be able to level up. It's not like the T9 players will have a higher level of fragments required. But obviously, if they're putting in more work, in my opinion, they should probably get a little bit more because they're the ones whose troops are doing the most damage. I think that's the reality of the situation. I'd love to hear from George. Prices were very low according to what we spent. Yes, 100%, my friend. I just had a little bit of a discussion about that a short while ago. If you heard me or not, I don't know. But yes, they were very, very poor for what was spent over such an intensive and fatiguing 3 days. And we'll be very interested to see what Total Battle do for the next event, because I have no doubt they've put so much money into preparing this event that they will definitely run it again. But they're going to have to make massive improvements to get players, one, back into the event who didn't compete or left because they were disgusted at how they were treated during the event by way of prizes and rewards. Excuse me. We had one of our players, extremely nice and helpful lady in our clan, who took it upon herself to stay up all night. She became a vampire for the night and took over 3 other players' cities along with her own so she could stay online and summon monsters or improve or put essence into the chalice. And I'm sure she woke up this morning, or well, didn't wake up this morning. I'm sure when she's gone to bed now, she wondered why she wasted her time. I'm sure lots of players were there online as well. We did manage to keep in second place, but it was a tight run thing. But for the effort put in by some and many players in our clan for this event, I know they are licking their wounds now, wondering why they bothered wasting their time for such poor rewards. Becky, good morning to you. Thanks for joining in the stream today. First place for our clan. Leaders plan to share our fragments equally to everyone who took part. Can't say I agree with that. And I can totally agree with you there. High level players should get more due to the cost of them to reach their goals. 100%. There definitely needs to be a little bit of fairness as regards that. Yes, everybody who took part should get some frags. But definitely the players who obviously burned a lot more gold and silver to push the clan over the line into first position should definitely get something more. I would be in full agreement with that, and I know most large clans would do it. Although the largest clans, obviously everybody's on T9. But yeah, the T9 players always take a hit a little bit more than the lower players would. And I think it's fair and right to expect a little bit more in return. Along with even players, there's players in our event that didn't complete all their summons or didn't use all their essence. Now, given the fact that the event ran over 3 days, and the fact that the essence had to be placed at certain times, otherwise you would hit your flame level 2, 3 or 4 and you would get hammered by other clans summoning epics on your territory. But look, at the end of the day, this is a game. People have real lives outside of here. So it made it virtually impossible for somebody to be here at the right times to be able to coordinate putting essence in the chalice or spawning monsters on other clans' territories that were in your group or in your division. It's a difficult decision for leaders subs to make. As a G7, I spent over 100 in passes and packs. A G9 may not have spent any real money I spent to keep up. Difficult to then calculate. That's true too, Ali. That's very true too. But for you to have spent that, your position in fact, how did you get on in the did I save it? Can't even remember now. The name of the event, the Restoration of Balance. How did you get on in that event? Did you finish in the top 50? Did anybody see my point or hear my point as regards that? I thought it was a downright disgrace for Total Battle to have 100 players, yeah, and only rank the top 50. What is the point in doing that? Apart from just being nasty and greedy. You should have the top 100 players. If you have the top 50 players, then there should be a ranking for the top 50, not the top 100. Again, Total Battle just being extremely nasty, greedy, selfish. So be it. Nope, was in top 75, got nothing. As was I. I think I finished 71st. Yeah, 71st. Restoration of Balance is completely unattainable if your G level is lower than other players. That's true too. Mode, good morning. Thank you for joining the event. Yes, the Dark Omen events, Omens ended. Really bad rewards in chests. Even we got first place. I spent more than 80 million silver. Got 20 million silver. Only good thing is I got the Ghost Lantern. Yes, most of us I think got both of the artifacts that were available in it. But yes, total agreement with you, my friend, as everybody else seems to have that came on this morning on the stream. I don't think I've heard anybody yet that said, no, the rewards were excellent, because they weren't. And everybody knows it. Every large clan has been giving out about it. Some people have reached out to me personally and said, what did I think? And they're in total agreement. The Total Battle have let us down badly, given the amount of effort that we've put into this event and what we've spent as players. We had players from Dodd, yeah, who were in the tens of billions of points. I was never getting near them. Yeah, fair point. They would have been hitting high levels, all right. Actually, they, yeah, I was going to say something else, but I won't. Yes, it has been an exceptionally poor reward event compared to events that have gone in the past, and despite them making a meager adjustment after day one, it was in no way, shape or form good enough to cover the losses that the majority of players have suffered in trying to attain a good position and to help their clan. I think that's another reason the Total Battle got away with it, because if you were in a clan that the clan was taking part in this event, you just couldn't let your clan down. It was as simple as that. You had to compete at the highest level and try your best, because if you didn't, you were simply letting your whole clan down. And that was pretty disgusting again for Total Battle to pit players like that against their clan mates, and more or less force them to have to spend, because I'm sure there were players, and we'd probably hear about players that were forced out of their clan or will be forced out of their clan after this, because there was lots of people who did their best in a clan, and there will always be a handful of players through no fault of their own, or having made a decision that they weren't going to spend money on this, who decided to cease and desist and not basically help their whole clan try and win the event. So yeah, again, all in all, pretty disgusting from Total Battle, but we're pretty used to them being that kind of a game developer at this stage. I think everybody would agree with me on that. Restoration of balance is completely unattainable if you're G level. Yes, Dark Omens, DOD. In our division for the restoration of balance, there were only rewards for placing 1 to 10. Ah, okay. I wonder why that was. That seems very odd. Unless you were in a division with, I don't know, what did they base it on then? Again, ridiculous. 38th and you didn't get a reward. Like, it's just farcical. I don't know how they worked out the rewards in this game, but look, I will repeatedly say it on your behalf. Total Battle, you're a disgrace of a game developer. A complete and utter disgrace as a game developer. The prizes that you gave in this event for the players' efforts were a complete and utter joke, a farce, a disgrace. Cop yourselves on. Rewards and costs aside, on a more fundamental level, I really don't like how it didn't matter at all if, for example, Chalice was level 5 or 2. They could have increased efficiency as it got higher. Yeah, and what we also found at the very end of the event, for the last couple of hours, everybody put their essence into the chalice, and literally there was 3 million in the chalice. That could have run us probably for the guts of 5 to 6 hours. Becky, thanks for posting that in the Discord server. I'll have a look at that now. For the last 5 or 6 hours, that 3 million wouldn't have faded regardless of what was spawned in our territory, even if it had pushed us up to the max of minus 95% fatigue. So yeah, again, there's a lot of working out for players to do, but again, that falls down to the total incompetence of Total Battle to fully explain the event and how it works. Not how it works in the logistics of how to play, but how it works in the logistics of how your summoning worked, or how your chalice worked at top level when all of the essence was put into it, how long it would last for. Again, total and utter incompetence. Total Battle, total incompetence, total greed. There are many words we can use to describe the game developers that make and have made this pitiful game and event that ran for the last 3 days. I'm quite happy to knock them on your behalf as well as my own. If level 5 gave 50% more points, that would make a lot more interesting gameplay needing coordination. Yep, 100%. Basics are wrong. We're meant to compete against top tier, powerful players. How can any player with G5 beat G6 and G9 players? Yes, 100% agree with you, and it is something that the Total Battle developers absolutely have not a care in the world about. They will never have a care in the world about low level players. As you can see, the way the game mechanics work, a 2 billion might player can attack a 100 million might player. And as for the general gameplay and how clans have decided to get involved in the Kingdom Agreement, where players supposedly shouldn't attack lower level players or not attacking clan buildings, etc., that is all out the window as well. The game is mightily stacked in the favor of large players. I know large players generally won't attack small players unless they find that they have a lot of silver, obviously, and it's all about silver for the large players to steal, because we do go through a lot of silver keeping up in the game. In restoration of balance, to compete are pathetically gone wrong. Yes, Mode, totally agree with you, my friend. As I stated already, Total Battle made it look like there was going to be rewards for the top 100 players. They ranked the top 100 players, but they deemed it necessary to give the 2 fingers to 50 of those top 100 players, or in the case of Becky there, that she came in 38th, and there was only placing for the top 10, which is absolutely farcical. I mean, seriously, that's just a disgrace. Absolute disgrace. I'm looking at your rewards there, Becky. That is absolute farce. Look, guys, it really just shows you what you're up against. You are wasting money playing this game. I don't care if I have no viewers on my channel tomorrow. If I save people from wasting money on this game when they're being treated with such absolute contempt and disregard from the developers of the game, I really don't care if my channel tanks in the morning and nobody watches any more streams because they no longer play the game. I would actually be happy, because I will have saved people from totally wasting money on total incompetent battle. And it's only when new events like this take place that you do realize that you really are at the behest of a game company that cares that about you personally. They're a disgrace. Yes. Anyway, that's my rant for the day. Probably not. I'll probably say it again, but I'll be logging off soon. So I'm going to run this for another 18 minutes or so. I think we've pretty much dragged the bottom of the barrel here. We have discussed with the guys, all of you who have been kind enough to jump on this morning and give me your opinions. This is like therapy. It is. It is, actually. It's only like therapy because people come here and listen to me stand on my personal soapbox and tell them my opinion on what I think of the game and the game's developers. Like I say, Ali, the only reason I'm still here is to try and help other players. I can't see me staying in the game much longer. After I have done that, I will get to a stage where I will be burnt out. They just take the fun out of it. Thanks, Leon. I'm glad to hear there is agreement. It's not just me being so anti-total battle. Oh, look, you regularly hear it. I'm not naive enough to think that I'm the only person who detests how they treat players. I know I amn't. Even large players in large clans, guys. You know, I'm not stupid. I know that you. It's the large clans, for sure, and some smaller players probably, I've no doubt, were the ones that contacted Total Battle and said that their reward system or their calculation system was off, out of kilter, and it's the ones that buy packs are the ones that will drive the game developers to change their routine. It's as simple as this. If the large clans or clans that are spending thousands, and I'm talking thousands of dollars on packs per month, probably tens of thousands if we knew the truth. If they ceased overnight to buy packs and put an ultimatum out there and said to Total Battle that they need to improve rewards and parts of the game, Total Battle would 100% bend the knee and they would do that. If those clans aren't prepared to, or those players, individual players, aren't prepared to put their head on the block and say, we're not going to spend any more money on packs, we're not going to purchase anything in the game, then Total Battle will have no choice at the possibility of them losing the game. Somebody said somewhere, I can't remember where I read it, that there was in fact a Chinese version of this game available or coming out soon that was going to basically cost a lot less to play. If somebody cloned this game and created something very similar and charged much less for the packs, there would be a massive influx of players leave Total Battle overnight, and you would have all the massive clans with nobody to attack anymore but themselves, and the game would just crash overnight. And if you think about that in one way, in one respect, it would save you an absolute fortune on what you may think about spending on this game over the period of time. There's another player in this game that I know I've spoken to. He has a YouTube channel as well. I won't say what his YouTube channel name is because I know he didn't mention my exact name. I might put it in my description after the stream here. But that guy has been interviewed by Total Battle because he was doing a lot of videos. He's a far lower player than I am. I know he's only learning his way in the game. There's a lot of things that he doesn't know and he will learn over the time as he's playing it. But he got interviewed by Total Battle, and I have to say the interview for me was a complete farce. The questions that he was asked or that he got to ask them really were pointless questions. They didn't ask any hard-hitting questions. They didn't answer any hard-hitting questions. I would love an opportunity to put mine and my channel members' questions across to Total Battle, and if Total Battle would like to reach out to me, I would love to do that, but I would be a little bit like Oxide in that regard, that I will have questions that they may not like me asking, but I want them to answer. I want them to understand and really understand how players feel about this game, the fairness of the game, the way the levels are so poorly split and laid out by them, the fact that they don't beta run any of these games. Like, seriously, you can have a beta version. You do not need to splash this out and let all the players in every single kingdom play a game. Use it in one kingdom. Let a kingdom versus a kingdom. Pick 3 kingdoms and beta run this event, so as players can hype it up themselves then and go, this is a brilliant event, you'll want to take part. That is the way to run the new events, in my opinion, on this game. Okay, let people try it and then come back to it. I think I know that guy from YouTube. Sure, he said he was ex-military. 50 million my player watched his videos, stumbled onto yours. First time onto yours. He feels like he's sponsored by TB at times. Yeah, I think we're on the same page there. The guy was, look, I've spoken to him. He seems like a straight up guy, okay? He is and has been and was quite noobish in what he thought he had to do in the game as regards just all aspects of it. I'm not here to knock him. I'm not going to knock anybody. But there were videos that he did that were wrong, and it was after they were put out there that a lot of people, other players in the game, put comments in and said, no, you're wrong, do it this way, do it that way, that's not the way it's supposed to do, that's not what happens, etc., etc. I can understand he was trying to get a foothold in the game and maybe learn as he was teaching. But for me, the teaching methods maybe could have been just corrected or right, as opposed to putting opinions out there and telling players to do X, Y, and Z when that was in fact the wrong way to do it. Anyway, yeah, I know he was a part of a TV program. So if that's the same player, like I said, I'm not about to knock anybody. Hell, there's stuff I don't know or didn't know about the game. There's stuff I don't know about new events that come out, etc., etc. But yeah, he has a massive following on his channel compared to mine. I will probably never get to that because I'm not putting out the amount of videos that he has put out. A lot of players and people haven't found my channel, but I'm not about that. I care for everybody who is part of my channel, and 100% I love you all for taking part in my journey in the game and learning the game the way I have been shown and I have learned it. But I'm not going to splash myself out there and be a total battle proactive, be proactive to Total Battle. I will call a spade, and Total Battle really need to get their finger out, and he dodges around that, and I don't like his channel for that reason. Not that I don't like him, he's a nice guy and he's doing what he's doing, but he's doing what he's doing to make an income and a revenue from it. We know that. Look, that's the way channels work on YouTube. Any of the gaming channels, you look at them, the more views and the more likes and the more members they have, the higher their revenues are. I'm not about revenues in this channel. I do make a little bit of money from the tier memberships that I have created on my Ko-fi account. However, I do think that I'm giving back a lot of what I'm gaining from it, because the silver that I give to players every month, that has to come out of my pocket, so to speak. Okay, it's virtual again, it's a digital product, but I am working for it to be able to get it. So, you know, I'm giving back something. I'm not all about just trying to make a business out of this. Sure, I'd like my channel to reach more people, but I'm not going to push it down people's throats. Either like it or you don't like it. Throughout my life, I shoot from the hip. I say it as I see it. If people disagree with me, then 100% disagree with me. I have no problem with people disagreeing with me, but I will say it as I see it, okay? That's the way I am. What you see is what you get. People don't like me for that. Some people love me for that. That's why I guess I don't have too many people on the channel, etc., etc. Anyway, that's my feelings on that, and I know the people that I have around me and the people that are part of this channel are people that see eye to eye with most of my opinions on what goes on in the game, etc., etc., etc. And on that note, back to a little bit of crypting. We'll run this stream for another half an hour and see if anybody else wakes up or like to join. I know I'm slightly ahead of US time, and I know the US players have a good few friends there who would like to get involved in this conversation, but we can maybe have another little bit of a discussion about it when I am doing the artifact comparisons either tomorrow or Tuesday. Ali, actually, if you're still there, I notice or maybe it's not you, maybe it's Sullivan. No, I think I saw you play some other games online. Is there anything as good as Total Battle that's similar to Total Battle but won't burn a hole in your pocket? I'd be quite happy to hear anything that you play as well as this. I have played a bit of console. I love the Diablo game on console. I haven't played it in months now at this stage. I might get back to that at some stage when I finally throw my hat at this game. But I must admit, I can see myself jumping out of the clan that I'm in the coming months, just simply because I am honestly reaching fatigue in this game. I'd like to be able to help more people. I'd like to be able to go to a kingdom for, you know, another kingdom and help them with CP runs for 37-day period. Look, it's something I just like to do, get around the game and help people before I decide to give it up. But to do that, I can't do it in a position of being in a clan, a really hard working clan that I'm in currently. I cannot get into position to do that while still being in the clan. And as much at all as the clan needs players like me who will put in the time and effort, there is, I've no doubt there is other players who could jump into my shoes in an instant and take over from me. So I'm not naive. Clans, players move, people pass, people move on, players go to different clans and they get replaced. But for me, like I said, I'm just getting to the stage where I want to do a little bit more help with people and have a little bit of fun as well. I'm sure all would agree, Kirk, but we appreciate your honesty and candidness. Keep it real, my friend. Always, Ali, always. In terms of gaming, I was a massive Guild Wars 2 fan, Battlefield 2, going back into World of Warcraft as well. I love clan-based games, love the connection and meeting new folks. Yeah, I would 100% agree with you there. I have met a lot of really great, nice, genuine people in this game. And that's what even disgusts me more, that there are people who are so genuine, lovely individuals, and they get shafted by Total Battle. As a lower level player, G4, S5, M5, the event was at least beneficial for me in two ways. The Arachnomancer was good for leveling up captains. Yes, 100%. And the fragments were very easy to get. And yes, definitely, Becky, that was the case. That was pretty much about the only two aspects of this that I did find beneficial. Like I said, I got Cleo up to 401, so she's now blue. I got Amani up quite a few levels. I had somebody actually, somebody on the YouTube channel who posted about the video I did on day 2, who said you only get bonuses from Amani in a raid, and I was sending her in an attack with three captains. And somebody posted underneath that, "Tell him!" ! Well, to those two noobs, whoever you were, the only reason I was sending Amani was to level her up, because in our clan, Amani needs to be over level 400 in the coming months. So that was the reason that I was sending Amani, and that it was nothing to do with raids, and I did state that as a comment on the channel. But thank you for making a comment, albeit a comment that was ill-founded, and I'm well aware where and when Amani should and shouldn't be used. But I do thank you for your comment. Yes, the frags were great, and the leveling captains up was extremely useful, because you probably wouldn't have been able to spend... look, I also know, and I'm well aware, that the clan that I'm in, Hype, rock. Okay, because without me being part of this clan, I would not have had a chance of having the resources to be able to consistently and repeatedly hit Arachnomancer and the spawned monsters in our territory, to be able to level those captains up. There's no way I would have been able to do that without being part of a successful, outstandingly hard-working clan. So a big thank you to all of my Hype clanmates. You all did an impressive and remarkable job, and it's thanks to each and every one of us that we managed to get the results that we did, both finishing second in the event and also raising captains up to great and extremely helpful levels. And also a big thanks to my clan leader, Jedi Tuco. The man that is the troop calculator expert. Thanks to you. Anybody else who's on the stream there would like to put your point across, ask any questions, or just say hi and hit that heart button, please do. Thanks to everyone who has liked so far. We have a few likes today. Yay, we have 9 likes today. Yeah, let me know who you are, guys. I am Kerfinator of the Hype Clan, K148. I have no silver today. It's all burned up, and I will be needing to make a withdrawal from our clan bank so as I can hit Bob, hopefully in the afternoon. So yeah, the plans for the near future are probably to move Kingdom within the next month or so. Like I say, I'm starting to get fatigue. Look, I may wake up tomorrow morning and go, no, do you know what? It's all good. I'll stay where I am. It's all fine. The people, the friends I've made are all worth it staying in the clan I'm in, etc., etc. And why would I move? It's probably just on the back of completing that Dark Omens event and just realizing how we've just been treated as players by the game developers. I've actually never, just back to the point you made there, Ali, I've never played World of Warcraft. I don't think. Battlefield, don't think. I know the game all right, but I've not played it. Like I say, Diablo is the game I played on console. I wasn't mad into. I don't mind this game because it comes to, for me, it's all about. Would you go down clan levels or push even higher than hype? Would you go down clan levels? Oh no, I definitely wouldn't push higher. Christ, no. No. I'm hype is as high as I will get. I have had offers to join Bad Clan, the Bad BAD clan. Somebody else, Midgard. I got offers to join Midgard, one of the Midgard top clans. No, I honestly wouldn't go up a clan. Hype for me are my brothers and sisters. I wouldn't leave them to go to a higher clan. It would be a bit of a slap in the face. I'm looking for a quiet time now, Ali. Or in the coming months anyway. I might leave it till Christmas. We'll see. Look, I like I say, I will review my decisions. Always review them. I won't make any snap decisions to just jump out of a clan, because it's as much about me helping my clan mates as trying to find a quieter space to just enjoy my time in the background of the game and help others, like I said. So no, I would definitely go down a couple of levels and just go. I might even go down a lot of levels if I have enough resources there, and go down, help low clans. But I would always, look, it will be probably the decision that I make to leave the game fully. If and when that happens, that I will probably move down into smaller clans and not ever want to go back into a large clan. At that stage, it will be a case of trying to keep as much resources as I have. As soon as I start burning gold, you know yourself, or you will find out to your detriment, to everyone's detriment, that when you hit a large clan, you cannot go down. It's not possible to go backwards, because you will start leaking resources that you really need to continue at a high level. Obviously, silver wise, I could burn a lot of silver if I was going and helping a mid-sized clan to a large-sized clan with CP runs. But the silver I can get back, because obviously they can pay me silver for my birds. But if I go down into a very low level clan, look, I'll be using less birds then. But I don't know. I honestly don't know what I'll do. I don't know what the future holds at the time being. But for now, I am not planning on going anywhere. That's a long way away. Totally quitting, as I say, stepping out of a large, hard-working clan will be the first thing I will do at some point. But for now, they still have me. How are we doing? 3 minutes past 12. I might just make it to, what time is it now? 7 o'clock East Coast in the US. Would I be right? Who'd just be up at 7 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday? Especially not if they were playing Dark Omens until late in the night. Oh, I'd love a bacon butty now. Bayek. If you have just joined the stream today, don't be afraid to say hello, hello, hello. We're a friendly bunch in here. We may rant and rave at certain times. Well, I rant and rave certain times, but I'm just expressing everyone's feelings towards the game. Or 99.9% of people's feelings for the game. Oh, excuse me. Boom. Say hello, 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 hello. Glasses back on. We have 2 new people in. Dougie, good morning. Hilal, what's the best tip for G4 6 million might player? I am having struggled to prepare army for event to event, trying to not revive troops with gold, but have silver problem and army creation time problem. That will always be a problem. Hilal, if you are a member on the Discord server, please drop in there and ask. It's kind of hard to explain this on a stream. The best thing to do is for you to reach out to me or my admins on our Discord server. It is pinned at the top of this chat. If you just click on that, that's the Discord server. If you go on there, you can ask any questions on there and you will get all the help needed. And I can obviously message you in the game. You can send me some battle reports and we can see what you've been doing and have a chat about the best ways to go forward. It is a lot to get into a stream and discuss about, so I hope you forgive me for not going into it in great detail here. But please reach out to me on Discord and I can explain, or the rest of the team on there can explain a little bit more for the best practices to use to try and create an army. But in all honesty, it is all about stacking. Okay, it's all about troop stacking. And by that, I mean that when you attack, just to give you just a small example, that when you attack a squad, you want to have as many stacks, levels of troops, okay, so level 1, 2, 3, etc., depending on what size you are, and as many levels and stacks as of mercenaries. The more hits you get in, for example, the more chance you have of dealing more damage to a squad. So there's a hit that I did from the first attack which the monster got against me to the last attack that the monster got against me. There were 325 actual attacks between the monster and myself. That's what it is all about. As for silver, it's a long discussion, but please reach out on Discord and I'm sure we can all help you on there. Dougie, really nice to see you, my friend. I hope you're keeping well. A bit late to join, I'm afraid. Hope you're well. I am very well. Just wondering if anything in the Omens tournament compared with Seasonal Kingdom. Seasonal Kingdom, yes. No, to be honest, I've just given a pretty much blow-by-blow account of how unimpressed I personally am, and if you scroll back up the chat, you'll see that many other players have agreed with me that the rewards in this event for the exceedingly fatiguing 3 days that it took to complete were pathetic. The greed yet again of Total Battle developers has been exceeded beyond all thoughts. There's a lot of people wouldn't play this event again. Hot diggity bing. Matthew, hi, welcome, thank you. not work somehow? Can you recreate the link? I will, Hilal, yes. Matthew, thanks for joining the stream. Good morning to you. I hope you are well. Let me just pull up the Discord server here and get a new link. Invite players, edit link, never expire, generate new link, copy. So let me remove that one then, and let me put a new one in, Control V. I'll give that a try, my friend, and see if that works for you. Back to Dougie, yeah. Just wondering if anything in the Omens tournament compared with Seasonal Kingdom. No, Seasonal Kingdom. I don't think. No, I don't think it did. A little bit of it maybe attacking other. No, it didn't really. Not that I remember. Not that I remember. No. The only benefit for me out of this is stress. 100%. Stress and fatigue. I think everybody at the end of this event, in my clan anywhere, were absolutely wrecked. Half of them didn't know whether they were supposed to be spawning. Even when they did know, they didn't know. It was just a complete and utter disaster. The next one they will be better off and ready for, but things are going to have to seriously change from the developers to make a lot of people even consider entering this event again. Rewards for one. The only good thing were the 2 artifacts. I think most players, or a lot of people, not most, I think all of our clanmates, well, I know all of our clanmates got both of them. The Ghost Flame Lantern and the Chronoglyph. Obviously, Helen, beneficial for Helen, more food. We can train, and hold larger armies now. And the Epic artifact, I said and mentioned earlier on, I'm going to do a comparison, possibly tomorrow or Tuesday, of the 4 or 5 artifacts in the game that will boost strength and or boost your attacks against epics and or give you double damage. So I'm going to do that. It will be a stream that I'll do it on, but I will save it to the channel and put it in the Discord server. Obviously, it'll be able to be watched afterwards. I'll try and keep it very specific to that and not falter away from other things during the stream, so as it will make for a shorter video and it can be watched in its entirety without having to try and scroll through and find where I'm talking about it. Should have been a 2-hour event. Look, I don't think a 2-hour event would have been long enough, but I certainly mentioned earlier on that it could be run, in my opinion, over 2 days. A day probably isn't enough because you need enough time. So if it was similar to Clash for the Throne and it was run over 2 days, I think it could work. 3 days for me was just way too much. You had no time to do anything else. And I know even if I check on my chest points now, I think I was level 15. There's a lot of players, and we're a couple of days, well actually, yeah, we're a couple of days into the new chest count, and there's a lot of players that are way below level 70 at the minute. So on the chest counter, they haven't even had time to do crypting, which is why we're all kind of pushing it now. Who else? What did I miss? Discord link. Yeah, hopefully that Discord link works now. 2 days would have been long enough. Yes, Matthew, that's my thoughts entirely. All well here in Australia. Thank you for joining us from down under. It is your summer now, of course. Well, spring, yes. It'll be getting warmer as you go on. The only good thing, like you said, was the artifacts. The Chronoglyph has jumped my food production from 2.9 to 4. Wow, that's a big jump. So you must have got it up quite a bit then, did you? Or have you guys given out your artifact fragments yet for your clan? You must have done, because I have only got 1 1/3 star. Okay, good. Well, I don't think anybody is online yet here, but I'm waiting to see. There'll be a clan announcement, yeah. So they'll probably let us know now shortly who's going to get what, but I think it's going to be spread out fairly evenly because pretty much everybody in clan, bar a couple of players, and I presume that's just down to real life scenarios, didn't take part. Everybody else did. So yeah, I'm expecting to get a few of those, and that will make a big difference. Mine did jump. It went up roughly, I think it was about 1.4, 1.5. Not yet. Wow. So if that's the case, yeah. Elvis, good morning. You're broke as hell. I think you and the rest of us, we're waiting for Rise of Ancients now to get a little bit more broke, but we'll get a little bit better rewards from it. The mission scaling using the highest out of GSM was a surprise and did not help me. G5, S5, M6. No, the mission scaling was poor. And to the guys that have just come on, I've mentioned this a couple of times. I, for one, and I know a few other people, are disgusted at the restoration event that ran. Sorry, let me go in here to the journal. So the Restoration of Balance tournament. The fact that they showed players ranking from 1 to 100, but in their ultimate wisdom decided to basically give the one finger or two fingers up to the other 51 to 100 players because they just deemed it necessary to have a 50 players that ranked. So if you're going to rank 50 players only, then do not make a list of 100 players. Make a list of 50 players only. So like I said to Total Battle earlier on, a big finger up to you for that. Thanks, but no thanks. The mission scaling, yeah, the mission scaling was bad. And another player, a friend of the channel and Discord member, Becky, there were only top 10 players. She came in 38th and only 10 players received a ranking in that event. That is a disgrace. I do have one question. Did Dark Omens replace Hellforge event? It seems to have disappeared. I hope not. I certainly hope not. I don't think Hellforge was ever on the coming soon page though, was it? We'll have to check with one of the calendar guys on that. Yeah, maybe it was down there. I don't think it was, because if it was, you would have been able to click on the shop, and I know you were never able to get into the shop. So yeah, I don't know. I'd be very surprised if they removed Hellforge. Olympus clashes with Hellforge. Hellforge coincides with Olympus. Okay, there you go. So Hellforge is not gone. 18th of October. Good stuff. Yeah, I'd have been very surprised if they had a removed Hellforge, because it's about the only way now we're able to get any half-decent armor other than the Ragnarok armor in, obviously, Ragnarok. And yeah, if they removed that, I think a lot of people probably would quit the game, because I know players use that to get Emperor's Wrath gear, among other things. So yeah, so basically today has been a lot about giving out about Total Battle developers and how mean I personally feel they are. I think a lot of people would agree with me in that respect. Welcome to our new player. I see the Discord server link must have worked for you that time, and welcome to the Discord channel. Hilal, like I say, if you reach out to me there, you can ask questions. If you want to ask a question as the one you asked a little bit earlier on the chat there. Please just ask me on... you could ask in the Ask Me a Question section on the Discord server. That's the best place to pose any questions. And even if I'm not there, like I say, we have some wonderfully helpful admins. A shout out to Neve and Princess for helping me out on the Discord server. You ladies are excellent, and good morning to you. They'll be able to help you guys with any questions. Princess especially, although she's probably not awake yet, because she was probably up till the wee small hours trying to help her clan rank, possibly in first or second or wherever that may have been. So we'll keep this running. There's a few more viewers there. Guys, if you've just joined the stream, please like and subscribe to the channel. Hit that heart button, give me some love, and don't be afraid to post a question in the chat. More than happy to answer any questions. Let me know how you guys got on in Dark Omens. Did you love it? Hate it? Will you never play it again? Or will you now sleep for the week to regain the sleep that you lost over the last 3 days? Excuse me. Legru, good morning, my friend. I hope you're keeping well. How did Dark Omens treat you and your clan? I enjoyed it. Clan came fourth, but it's a learning curve. For sure, Elvis, yes. It was enjoyable for some, not for others. There was a very heavy... there was a very heavy use of resources, for sure, from a lot of the top clans, and they burned through many millions of gold and sacred potions and silver, but the 2 artifacts were worthwhile. That's about it as far as I'm concerned. The rest of it, I think you could leave it. We'll have to play it again to get more fragments. Yes, unfortunately, Matthew, that is just a part of the game. But I'm sincerely hoping that Total Battle decide to make it easier and fairer from many aspects of it. Rewards was very poor. Slightly off topic, Ali, hero question. Considering Thaddeus for extra leadership whilst I built up VP for G8, M8, worthwhile investment to see a lot of with Marion's torn between them. The big thing about Mariona's... for me, the reason that I have him is because he is giving you this this increased stat equipment, this increased stat for your equipment by 1.5 times. For me, it's probably toss a coin. If you have good gear, I do believe that Mariona's is better to use from an attacking perspective. So if you're going to use them for Shadow Invasion, for example, that's going to run, I would probably say that, so with the increased armor buff outweigh the extra 25%, yeah, it does. Like I say, if you have better gear, sorry, I'm going to have to get a glass of water now in a minute, but if you have better gear that you can put a full set on him, I honestly think that he is the better hero to use, in my opinion. Some may disagree and say Thaddeus is better because of his 25% leadership. So I guess if you used Thaddeus alongside a set of the Emperor's Wrath gear, which is going to improve your leadership and your authority and dominance anyway, maybe it is. I would say they're much of a muchness. I've never done a comparison of the two to see how much of a difference. That might be worthwhile doing on a stream. It means then I'm kind of stuck with Thaddeus, though, if I do switch him for Mariones. I might try that out on Shadow Invasion before it ends, just for Pig Iron's sake. What else did I miss here? We'll have to play it again tomorrow. Yeah, as I say, Matthew, yes, you are going to be drawn in because it's the only place you're going to be able to get the fragments for those new those new artifacts. Legru, I did enjoy it. We won. Congrats. But I agree with all the opinions. The best was we started bad, learned the event, and then we kicked butt. Very good. The unity of the clan came out and made it enjoyable. Yeah, 100% clans were and have been drawn together on this event. I'm sure some clans have split up during this event as well. I'm sure a lot of players probably put their foot down and said there's no way they're going to or can afford to continue spending, be it gold or silver or buying mercs, etc., etc. So I've no doubt that this event will have drawn clans both together and apart by the way it has been created and how it ran. So would his armor only apply to him in attacks, whereas Thaddeus extra 25%? Yeah, that is true, Thaddeus. So if you were attacking with your hero and 3 captains, then yes, you will get the benefit of the 25% leadership across the board. And if you're sending captains only, you do still benefit from the 25% leadership with them. So yes, like I said, I haven't done a full comparison. If any of you out there who are watching the stream have done, and you can explain and show proof of why Thaddeus is better than Meriones, despite Meriones having maybe a godlike set of Emperor's Wrath gear, if you had managed to get up to that level, give your opinions there, please. I am going to just jump off the chat for a second. I just want to grab a glass of water. I have a very dry throat from talking non-stop for the last 2.5 hours. So please bear with me. I will be back. I'll leave the stream on and I'll leave the music on in the background. I will be as quick as I possibly can. See you shortly. Sorry guys, back on again. Had to step away there. Okay, so I'm going to run the stream just for another little while. I do have some real life stuff that I have to get into shortly, given the fact that it is Sunday and it is nearly lunchtime. So yes, what I suppose has been the outcome of today's little chat. It has let people know what my opinion is about Total Battle and this Dark Omens tournament that they just had. And I think the majority of players on the stream today feel the same way about it. And yeah, let's see what happens in the future on the game, whether it improves or disproves, whether people want to play it again, or whether Total Battle have burnt their bridges now with the mistakes that they made and the leveling, no, the ranking in the event, also the gifts, the rewards. There was just so much wrong with it. Like I also said, in my opinion, they really need to get their act together, and they need to beta test, beta, whatever way you want me to pronounce it. They need to beta test these new events beforehand with players, instead of just dropping them into our laps and letting us as players waste resources and find errors that they didn't realize existed. It's for me, it's unacceptable that a game developer that is earning the millions, and I've no doubt it's millions that they are, can't beta test new events before dropping them on the unsuspecting public. Gara, good morning, my friend. How are you? Today was just, I'm going to be a quick impromptu one to ask people how they did during the Dark Omens event that just ended at 10 a.m. Irish time this morning. But it turned into a bit of a usual giving out about Total Battle rant from myself, but I think others got involved and pretty much everybody agrees with me. Let us, no, I'll stay where I am. I can just do these from here, can't I? 448, or I could open a portal. No, let's teleport. I have 5,757 city teleports, so I may as well teleport out and do a bit of crypting. Oh, another useless thing that the game provided us with. We never used to get kingdom teleport, or sorry, teleports like that in those quantities. Now they give them to us like 2 a penny they are. Just looked, our clan came first and ranked 96th. Only the 20 got prizes here. Your clan came first and you ranked 96. Oh, 20 got prizes. So in the Restoration of Balance event, is that what you mean, Matthew? Yeah, it was disgrace. Look, I'm not surprised. I really am not surprised. It just, every video, just every stream, every time I am playing this game, it just is so easy to turn this into a give out about Total Battle. Like their disregard for the players is just, it's unfathomable. If a company treated its customers like this, you wouldn't deal with the company again. Sure you wouldn't. Like you'd go elsewhere with your money. It's not that good of a game. I mean, come on. I'm good. We were first all through the event until the last hours when we were overtaken and finished second. That's tough, and we were doing okay as well, and we just managed to scrape through in second. However, the team that finished in first, actually, we had a nap with, and at the very end of the event, they were they were spawning monsters on our territory, which they weren't supposed to be doing. So yeah, there'll be no naps the next time if I play this event again. We play Total Battle. The developers play with us for sure. Play us indeed. And will always continue to be the case, unfortunately, Dougie, until players stop buying packs. If they stop spending money, literally spending money in this game, then the developers will look up from behind their multi-million dollar laptops and yachts and apartments in all areas of the world and realize that, oh, hang on a second, if we want to keep these people playing this game, we better improve the rewards. Yes, I could just... my video streams would be very, very boring if I just came on and just kept giving out about Total Battle, but honestly, it's just a Ponzi scheme. The rich are getting richer, and players are just lining their pockets. And like I say, look, really, I'd love to do a poll now. Is this that of a great game? Like the game itself? There's aspects to the game, the camaraderie, meeting friends. Hell, you could do that in any game, any online game. The ease of play for the general game itself is pretty okay. But there are parts of it that are extremely hard for players to get their heads around. New players, especially, is who I'm talking about. But is it that good of a game to want to spend your money on, given the rewards that you get back from it? I sincerely doubt it. Like I say, a time will come when I will leave this game because I will get so frustrated at trying to understand it when new events are brought out and are just not fit for purpose, or I'll just blow up one of these days and I'll just go, do you know what? Fuck it. Hot diggity bing. What do you think Total Battle should do overall? Overall with their game? Or overall with this event? Yeah, same thing. Something similar happened to us. We had a nap with one of the clans. They were fourth all through, but then they jumped to first last day. Tricky stuff. Tricky stuff for sure. Look, a lot of us were trying to just work the event out. I think anybody who finished in second, anybody who finished in first, in my opinion, was a total luck. There's no way they could have grasped the event fully. Right, okay. I'll give you my total opinion. I did already. Mostly. But yeah, just to finish on the point there, Garrett, what was I saying? Nap plans. Yeah, everybody was trying to work their way around this game. As usual, Total Battle brought out a game and gave us what they thought were aspects of how to play. They didn't give the important aspects about what prizes, what rewards you'd get, ranking, where you could, finishing in top 100 but only being ranked in the top 50 and not getting any gifts from part of the event. Look, there was so much wrong with it. It was virtually impossible to work out. I have no doubt they will change a lot of it for the next event, next time they run it, because they will run it again. I know that for a fact. And hopefully again, or probably again, they will give us pay lip service to what they are changing and what the next event will hold. So yeah, the event will run again, and we will probably be all giving out about different things the next time it does, but hopefully nobody will be giving out about the crap rewards that they gave. The whole game, let's try and forget this event for now. What do I think Total Battle should do overall? First off, I think Total Battle should fix the parts of the game that are broken and have been broken for a long time. This game is unplayable on browser. Okay, I've tried it on Safari, Chrome, Firefox, and Microsoft Edge. Every one of those browsers for me crashes after 15 to 20 minutes of gameplay. Sometimes it's even less during the likes of Merc Exchange. Okay, so that for me is a major fault. That has to be fixed. It's a JavaScript runtime error, and that's the errors that I get, and my game just crashes and I have to restart it again. That's a joke. That's a farce. That should never happen. That's not just down to my PC, because I'm running quite a decent gaming PC that I could run any game on. How a game as simple as Total Battle can't run. The only way I can get it to work is by using the Total Battle game client. That for starters. They should fix the other little things. They should give back to the players what they have taken away. Over the years of playing this game, the rewards for everything from crypting to arenas to citadel attacks, citadel kills, to monster kills, heroic kills, every reward in the game has been squeezed and reduced a little bit over those years, removed fully in some cases. You used to be able to gift other players dragon coins. You used to be able to gift them tar right back in the day. That should be brought back. What else? Other than that, I think they just need to be fairer. Like I say, and I said earlier on in this video, Total Battle are not taking money personally out of their pockets to let us get a reward for their complete incompetence, i.e. they start a tournament or an event, it crashes, the game crashes, anything that's majorly happening in the game, for a major fault in the game where players have played a game, played a new event or whatever, and they have suffered through the hands of Total Battle's misguidance or incompetence in creating an event. Don't be giving us 25k gold, a lot of useless RSS. Give us Merc packs. The Merc pack, a Merc pack per player, is the simplest and easy way to appease people. If they got something that they go, wow, this is great, this actually is going to benefit me in the game now, I can use these mercenaries to attack monsters, and it might even get the players into a situation where they go, well, actually they were quite fair, they were really fair to us there, and they gave us a Merc pack. It didn't cost them anything. These are digital goods. They're digital goods. They could give us these things, just one Merc pack to every player when they make a mistake, instead of 25k gold. I think that would be better for starters. Yes, a delete all button for silver troops. That's just a no-brainer. We've been banging on about that for friggin' years now, and they're not listening to players. They don't care. What else? There is one other thing I do think they should do. I think they need to create more ranks in the game. For a player who is 300 or 400 million might, to be up against a player in a ranking event who is 2.5 billion might, to me that is just totally pointless. Why would a player even try and play in the ranking events? So create more ranks and a more fair ranking system in all the mini events that run in the game. Again, it's not rocket science. And if they're not able to do it, if they're scratching their little heads going, oh, I don't think we could do that. Can you do that? Tech support? Oh, no, we can't do that. Oh, okay, well, we won't do that then. That's not good enough. These guys supposedly have created this game and think it's brilliant and come up with all these new events. They just need to get their fingers out and friggin' make the game fairer. It's fairer, okay. They need to make the game fairer across the board. That's what they could do. That's as much as I can come up with. I have nerve damage. This game was an escape from real life. This game was an escape from real life problems. Was. Correct, Dougie. It was. And I think, I did say this earlier on in the stream. And you guys, for those guys who missed it, I am that close to leaving this game. Only for this channel the friends I've made through this channel, the friends I've made on Discord, and the friends I've made in all the clans I've been in, not anything to do with the playing of the game, but to do with the people in the game, I would have left this game long time ago. Many other players would have also left this game a long time ago. There are a lot of players in a lot of clans now, and you see clans that are just dying off. It's not that players have left, players are still there, but they're only doing small or little event aspects of the game to stay there just because they have made friends throughout the game. Really, they should take their friendships elsewhere. They should join a Discord server where they can chat about things that they're chatting about, because I'm sure they're chatting about stuff that isn't game related. They're chatting about their real life experiences. They're chatting about, you know, there's a lot of older people playing this game. This is not a children's game. This game is being played for people who have income that they can spend on the game. It's being played by people who don't have income they can spend on the game. But it is being played by, from what I can tell, players in the 20 to 50 bracket, and then there's another big jump of players in the 50 to 80 year old bracket. Okay, it's being played by people who have time on their hands. You would need to have time on your hands to play this game, to be in a part of a large clan, because it is mega intensive. Gary, I don't know what you put up there, but it's gone now. So I honestly would have left this game. I will leave this game at some stage. I know there are other players out there that have created streams and videos about this game, trying to teach and help players how to play. 58 here, by the way, 58 in end of August. There's a lot of people who have created videos and created streams and have channels about learning about this game. There's a lot of false information and a lot of information being put out there, and they're being corrected in their details. They're getting great big channels, lots of subscribers, thousands of subscribers, and I'm happy for them. Great, happy days. I'm not here for thousands of subscribers. If I get that, super. I'm here to try and help people, and that's why I have skipped and jumped around kingdoms and tried to help others by way of giving CP runs or teaching, trying to teach and help players to learn the game. There are lots of players out there who like to stick their head in the sand and go, well, I'll do it my way. And that's fine. You play the game whatever way you want to play it. But it's just getting so boring and annoying trying to play a game with so many faults, so many missing aspects, and all the developers seem to want to do is come up with another bottle in a lake for us to throw stones at to try and break. They're making it impossible. They need to fix what's broken. They need to beta test. To go back to what you asked me, what do I think Total Battle should do overall? Total Battle, before they bring out any new events, should 100% beta test the event. Pick 2 or 3 clans. If it's a clan event, a team event, a ranking event between clans, pick 2 or 3 clans, be them small, middle-sized or large clans. Give them the materials, i.e. give them free gratis to use mercenaries that would expire outside of or only be usable within that event. Get them to beta test that event, and when they've ironed out all the possible errors, then put it into mainframe game. Simple as that. So yeah, that's me at the moment, looking for mercs. Every 10 minutes I crash. Yep, that's it, Matthew. But the game client is worthwhile downloading, because it has never, look, the odd time it has crashed on me, but not ad nauseum every time you're trying to scan kingdoms looking for merc exchanges. The only thing I would say to you, Matthew, and to anybody else watching, if and when I make a purchase in the game, even for something as little as premium, I will not do it in the game client. I just doubt that the game client is totally legitimate. I would rather go on, so I will log into the browser to go to the game, and I will purchase my premium or game passes through the browser version of the game, not the game client. Look, call me a cynic, but there's just things that I think Total Battle may be doing in the background of the game client, and somebody did say to me, be careful of the game client. They didn't say why, but I don't know. Look, that's just my opinion. Just be careful as regards that. Gary, we need a general shop where players can exchange items between themselves or from the game. Example, I can exchange VP for CP. You will never get a shop that's going to be able to exchange VP for CP. Not in a million years. If there was a shop to be able to exchange silver for gold or food, building, I mean, Jesus. Here's another thing, while we're on the subject of that. What is the point of two things, right? I have my daily quests here. Why is it a T9 player who has done all of their research still has to be given a research activity points of 40 when I cannot use it? What is the frigging point of that? It's just little stupid, idiotic shit that they put in the game. Now I'm losing my temper. It's idiotic stuff that they leave in the game like that is not applicable to a T9 player. Remove that and give them something else. Change that for a Citadel attack for 40 points instead of the 70 points that you get from a Citadel attack. If they made a shop that you could swap gold, silver, tar, building resources, that would be a great addition to the game. But they won't do that because they want players to purchase those things. Anything in the game that you need to purchase will be left in the game as a purchase option, never a swap option. But yes, they should do that. Test run if it's a good idea. Most games use their seasonal versions for that beta testing of new things. Yeah, definitely. But it has to be done. For a game designer, game developer like this to bring out a game, then find glitches and problems in it, and then try and rectify it and give piss poor gifts to players that have spent millions or thousands of silver and gold in it, to then give them 25k gold, whoop-de-doo, and then a crap load of building resources which are absolutely friggin' useless as far as I'm concerned. There shouldn't be a player in this game buying or mining on the map. No players should be going to mine iron or stone or wood. All the big players in the game have all of these resources at their hand. They do nothing with them. In fact, they have to send them to clan buildings to get their silver out of the city because their silver banks can't attack them unless they have their building resources at low levels or at minus levels or zero levels. Everybody in the game should be giving small players these building resources, Sorry. Getting a bit heated under the collar here. Gary, yeah, likewise. Even though I mostly use PC, I will always make purchases on the mobile app. Yep, 100%. Lol, I had that today. Do research in Guardsman 1, which I have. Yeah, look, it's just stupid. It's little things like that. Like, for sake, lads, it's like you've created a game that you don't even know how to play yourself. Like, are you for real? Oh, when I started the game today, I wanted to talk about how did you guys do out there in this game? And here I am, raising my blood pressure for no apparent reason but to berate the game developers of this stupidly idiotic, pathetically run, half-arsed effort of an online game called Total Battle. Total crap. KVK in this last Seasonal Kingdom was much better in my opinion. KVK, yes, and another point on Kingdom versus Kingdom, now that you mention it. The one aspect of Kingdom versus Kingdom in Seasonal Kingdom that I loved was the fact that you could stay under your shield, or not stay under your shield, that you could attack and steal the shields. Start again. You could attack and steal the banners of other kingdom, of other cities, even if they were under a shield, and therefore you could possibly rank in the event. That was a must for the current Kingdom versus Kingdom. Again, very easy to implement if Total Battle's heads weren't like wood. Anyway, guys, we are 5-1 and I am going to have to jump off and go and see my family, get away from this infernal game that drives people to drink. Why am I all the way out here? Oh yeah, I came out here for crypting. So what is happening this week? I am going to run a stream, not a video, either tomorrow or Tuesday, where I will do a comparison of the artifacts in the game that are applicable to assisting your attacks against epic squads. I'm not going to name them off the top of my head, but the few that I can think of are the Heart of the Forest Crown, Ifrit Lord's Belt, the new artifact Ghost Flame Lantern, and finally Zeus Lightning Artifact. I'm going to run a test using 5 of those artifacts on one captain, or possibly, well, it can't be a hero, on one captain only, probably during Shadow Invasion, even though you can attack with can you attack with captains? Can't even friggin' remember, there's that many things in this game. I will do it this week. If I have to do it against Doomsday, I will do it against Doomsday. And we will see once and for all, using the same troops, silver troops only, which of those artifacts, given the level they are at from my account, gives the best bang for your buck as regards attacking, now that we have the new artifact that is the epic Ghost Flame Lantern. Yeah, I think that's it for today. I really appreciate everybody who got involved in the chat today. I thank you for all the points you've made. Another stream I might do in the coming week or so is one where we can literally just talk about everything that is bad about Total Battle. You can get all your points across. I might even send Total Battle an email and tell them I'll be doing the stream, and see if they want to get involved or not. Let's let them hear what we think of their game, what we think of how they conduct themselves as a gaming developer, how they treat their customers, you and I, and why they feel that it's not necessary to fix things that have been broken in the game for far too long. Yeah, I think that's it for now. You want to get involved in that, guys? Please join the Discord server I have. I'd love to hear your thoughts on all things poor and needing fixing in Total Battle, so we can maybe compile a list. I'm happy to give you a shout out if you make points, interesting facts about things that could be added to the game, could be fixed in the game. And sure, give us your feedback as well on the game, on the event that just took place, Dark Omens, and how you think it could have been improved, and how going forward, maybe, like I said, and a couple of people have suggested, they need to test these games first. I mean, we know that the developers have people in there who are playing the games. There's no way they're not playing them. They just need fixing. It needs fixing. It's broken, not working anymore. Let's get it sorted. Get it sorted for your players. Get it sorted for your customers, or you will soon have no customers. Okay, and on that wonderful note, I bid you all an extremely happy weekend. Be safe. Take care. A 24 stream, Curve. Yeah, I'll have to discuss that with the powers that be, Neve. I don't know if I could even stand up to a 24-hour stream, because it would just be me screaming about Total Battle the whole time. Maybe a 12-hour one. How about that? 24 hours would be way too much. I don't think I could do 24 hours. But if I started a stream at, say, 10 in the morning Irish time, no, go later. Maybe if I started 11 in the morning Irish time until 11 p.m. Irish time, I could possibly do that. Yeah, I'll consider it. Definitely consider it. And nice of you to join me, hot diggity. Yeah, look, put your thoughts, send me a postcard. Put your thoughts on postcard and send it to Curf at totalbattlecompleteguide.com. No, I'm only joking. put it in the Discord server, guys. If you haven't joined the Discord server already, please get on there. It is posted in the chat here. And blood levels through the roof for sure, Matthew. Yeah. Yeah, put in the Discord server. Let's get a conversation out there, and let's see if we can. Let's see if Total Battle will listen to me. Let's see if they'll reply to me. I'll email them and see what they say. How about that? And if they don't join in and feel that they wouldn't like to answer questions that might be a little bit close to the bone for them, then we can just slag them off every video. Okay. Okay. On that note, at 1 p.m, have a safe Sunday, keep well, and I will be talking to you in the stream in the days to come. But until then, be good, guys, take care, and thank you to everyone on the channel and who took part today. Curf, peace out. Ciao for now.